And we also now have Alistair joining us. So don't be alarmed if you hear a disembodied voice.
Shit, run!
He's harmless. Mostly. If he wants to keep a job. Then again, these days, who does? Yay, enemies are fleeing from me.
Make fish tacos. Yeah, I spent my majority of boringness setting up my Discord today.
Oh yeah?
And a few more redeems.
Yeah. I have my Discord. I still a lot of stuff I can do with it, but there's not a lot of people that have joined it yet, so I've got time.
Ah shit, I have to eat.
They sure as hell have been giving me a lot of hill gigas. Now, you're not very familiar with the Final Fantasy games themselves, are you? Other than just knowing them.
Oh, I've played them. It's just been a long while. I was playing them back in the Super Nintendo days.
Yeah. Shit, I even perceived that. I was playing them in the NES days. But I once tried to make a deal with Amaya saying that I will do a co-op on WoW if she'll do a co-op on Final Fantasy with me. And she is adamantly against Final Fantasy for some reason. She says it's because of me. I'm like, no, you were adamantly against Final Fantasy long before me. She says the more I press it, the more she doesn't want to.
Damn. The horde came and took a chunk out of the bridge while I was gone. As long as they stayed the hell out of my mind. Oh wait, I gotta get to the safe spot. I forgot.
Do you still have integration turned on?
I gotta turn it on.
Mm.
You have to turn it on every time you get on.
Mm.
Yeah, I seen you had a heyday with it the other day.
I don't know what you're talking about. Lies and slander.
Yeah, Dorothy found out that integration affects everybody playing.
Mm-hmm.
He was busy doing something, and then they started spawning in.
It also, whenever you do it, you get to choose which player to play it on. Even though it has you choose, it still pulls it off on all players for some reason. It's weird.
So he's going to be in for a surprise.
Yeah, I mean, I was totally doing it intentionally, knowing that it was going to affect you both. I knew he was trying to fight a horde, and I knew you kept trying to go up to the base.
Yellow bag.
No yellow souls. Which they are giving me an abundant amount of them. Even though they're weak as hell. Wow, Guy really has not been leveling up his weapons in a minute.
Yeah, my morning started out really fun. I went out to start the car to go to work and had to jump it.
Is it the 12-volt battery?
Yep.
Mine did the same thing. I actually have a portable jump starter that I now keep in that car and charge it at all times. It's stupid because with hybrids they have multiple batteries, and while the actual hybrid battery will be fine, if that 12-volt is not working or is dead, it's a complete shutdown, and it's stupid. And whenever I, just do it at a quick jump, boom, it's good. And then it happened to me like 2-3 months ago, and it just would not start for the life of me. Usually, whenever it tells you there's a 12-volt issue, if you just try it a few times, it will eventually start. But this time, it wouldn't do it. And now it's getting to that point again, where I'm probably gonna have to jump it again. Acid file.
I ended up talking to somebody about it, and I guess it hasn't had the battery replaced in it yet. So,
well, the thing is, your car is newer than mine, and mine still has all the stock everything in it. And my car is 200 and almost 20,000 miles on it. Gigantoad. I don't remember these being listed.
yeah, that was a lot of fucking fuel.
These enemies were not listed on my list, so bonus new enemy. How is it they've done that many weapons to level 7 before Guy goes from 6 to 7? Okay, what do they need now? He needs bow. She needs spear.
Fucking bird.
We'll give her... yeah, I'll give her the diamond shield. Alright. So we want to go into the third door. And there we have a boss. This is not the boss.
Well, that chicken hightails it.
Alright, so heal everybody up. You can definitely tell they're starting to use a little bit more MP now. And then let's go into this thing. This is the Chimera after Egg. This is the last enemy from my list. So these things are heavily resistant to physical. So I'm just going to cast, and I'm only going to cast single target spells. Otherwise, it's going to take forever to kill these guys. Now, they don't have a whole lot of health, but they have Blaze 7, which can do a lot of damage. But if I can single them out and take them out, at least one a turn or one around, then we're good.
It's like whack-a-mole with dead bodies.
Basically. Except smacking around a bunch of chimeras. There we go. And a fairly simple fight. Ooh, MP increased by 62. Alright.
Damn, how about one hitter quitter?
Now, the life spring is awash with the soft light. Dunk! The wyvern egg sinks gently to the bottom of the spring. The egg rests deep at the bottom of the life spring. And that's really all we can do there. And then... and this should also level up teleport. So it should do less damage next time. Yep. Alright, so since that is all that we can do here for now, we want to go back to our ship.
Ooh, a nut shot with a sledge. That'd make me pass out too.
Yeah, pretty much. Finally, Guy levels up his weapons. Alright, so what does he need now? He needs to finish up axe, and then dagger, and then bow. So let's equip a Mangosh and Mithril Axe. Now we have to head back to Altair. Always back to Altair.
Shooting stuff at me.
Well, I mean, I guess technically it is our home base for the rebellion. But before we go into Altair, there is something we are going to need to do. But I don't want to do it out here on the open seas. We're going to need to do a little power leveling of some spells.
Oh, I'm sorry, sir. That is strictly forbidden.
You can't handle the truth.
Yeah, but that's beside the point.
That is the only point. All right. So his Asuna is already level 3. Has anyone started leveling Basuna? She has. He hasn't done this, so I'm gonna have to do this with so Asuna, Basuna, and let's level up his let's level up his blink. So even if the spell misses, it still counts as a activation or a cast.
I cast bullshitiest.
Basically. But we need each of these spells to be level 6. And that is what we will do for the next few minutes. And even though these spells can technically be cast out of battle, you can't cast them out of battle if you don't have any status debuffs or status ailments. So that's why the only way to do this is in battle. Alright, so that should be enough. I don't think you can over level it. Once it hits the level cap, you have to end the fight.
Look, I'm eating a potato.
I wish the spells could level up in the middle of the battle. And I could be wrong. Maybe it does count carryover. But I don't think it does. So yeah, I think those will only be level 4, 2, and 4. Yep, 4, 2, and 4. Alright, so I'm going to do that back and forth for a little while until I have level 6 Esuna and level 6 Basuna.